Hey there, and welcome to Unit 9, Topic 2, Coordinate Geometry and Circles. All right, so whenever you're going to write the equation of the circle, you need two pieces of information. All right, you need the coordinates of the center, HK, and you need the length of your radius, which is R. Okay, so remember the equation of the circle that we talked about in the last section. All right, so if you are not given these pieces of information, what do? Freak out. No, just kidding. You find them. So you're going to need to do some stuff to get those, but you need them. So just know what you're looking for. You're looking for these things right here, and if you don't have them, then that's your first job, is to find them. Okay, so you are given the center on any you are given the center and any point on the circle. Write the equation of the circle. All right, so this is what you've been given, just so we kind of understand what's happening here. We've been given the center and any point on the circle. So like this point, okay? So here's our center, HK. Here is our any point on the circle, all right? So notice you are given the center, great. Okay, so go ahead and sort of take note of what you've been given. We've been given the first thing we need. Now we need to find the missing information. All right, well, I need the center and the radius. I have the center, so I need the radius. Okay, so we need the radius. We need R. All right, so we're going to use the equation of a circle. Very helpful. Okay, so we have right here, we have like our basic, let me just go ahead and just write the equation, just so we have it to refer to. Y minus K equals R squared. Okay, so we have our center, HK. So 6,3 is HK. We've also been given another point. Well, these points, I mean, even the center is x comma y. It's just a special xy. But this other point that we've been given, it's just an ordered pair. So that's our xy. Okay? So if I look up here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different variables. And I know 1, 2, 3, 4 of those variables. The only one I don't know is radius. So if I know everything else in this equation except for radius, then I can use this information to solve for the radius. So it goes like this. Squared plus squared equals R squared. That's what I'm looking for. All right, x minus h. So -7 minus 6. Okay, x, remember this is x, this is y, this is h, and this is k. So -7 minus 6, the next part says y minus k, 3 minus 3. -7 minus 6 gives me -13. 3 minus 3 is 0. -13 squared with parentheses right here is 169. If you don't get positive, then you didn't put the parentheses there, equals R squared. So I don't know exactly what I need, but since I'm looking for the equation, it's got R squared, right? So I could go ahead and find out what R is. I could take the square root, but I actually don't need to because what I need is R squared. So just so we're clear, in this problem, R is 13, R squared is 169. So I'm going to write the equation of the circle. So I have, x minus h, okay, h is positive, so it's going to be like x minus 6, y minus k, k is positive, so it's like subtraction here, equals R squared. Okay, so that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the equation of the circle. Remember, x and y need to be variables, but h, k, and r all need to be numbers. All right, so you are given the endpoints of the diameter. All right, so let's think about that. We have the endpoints. Remember what diameter is? So we have a little circle. The endpoints of the diameter are going to be here. Remember, they actually go all the way across the circle through the center. So endpoints of a diameter. So -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And -5, -3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. All right, so these are the endpoints of the diameter. So, I mean, maybe I can draw a circle. All right, so the circle, no, I don't think it's going to work. Why does it move up? You don't know. If I don't know, you probably don't know. There, that kind of looks good. All right, so that's what we're talking about. These are going to go through the center. All right, I'm actually going to move that because I want to use this. So here is my diameter, right here. All right, so what do I need? I want to write the equation. So can we find the center? Yeah. So the center is just the middle here. Remember, the diameter goes through the center. So I remember how to do the midpoint formula without actually having to do all that work. So what I did, so again, I'm looking for like the midpoint of this line because there's going to be like the center here and then the radius and then the radius. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 4. So to find the middle, I just go half as far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So right here is my center. Okay, that's my HK. All right, so let's write it out to the side here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1. So -3, +1 is going to be my center. All right. So now I need the radius. So remember, we need the center and the radius. All right, well, to find the radius, it's actually, maybe I could erase some of this. I'll erase this part down here. So the radius is like half of the diameter. So what I'm looking for my radius is right here. So I can use Pythagorean theorem. So the radius is like the hypotenuse, because this is the right triangle. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is 1, 2. Okay. It's like c squared equals a squared plus b squared, right? Only the c in this case is r. R squared equals 16 plus 4. Okay. 16 plus 4 is 20. All right. And then r is, so we can do square root of 20. It's about 4.5. It's about 4.5 or 2 root 5. And you can check that because I know you know how to get that. All right. Okay. So how can we find the center? We could use the midpoint formula. Okay. Or we could just do what I did, ask for graph paper. How can I find the length of the radius? You can use the distance formula or Pythagorean theorem. That's what I did. All right, last one. All right, you are given a random point and asked if it lies on the circle. Okay, so fill in the equation. So method, use the equation of the circle. Fill in the equation with the given information. Okay, so let's do that. The equation is x minus h, y minus k equals r squared. Okay, so does it lie on the circle? Okay, so let's write the whole equation, but filling in everything. So here, this is h and k, right? This is r. This is a random point, so that's going to be our xy. So any other point on the circle, that's not the center, which isn't on the circle, but so any point on the circle is going to be x comma y. So let's plug those in. -9 minus 5. Okay, I'm getting these numbers from up here. Okay, x is -9, h is 5. Y minus, so k is negative, so it's going to be plus, right? Or you could write minus -6. It's the same thing. Okay, so when h is positive, it looks like negative down here. When it's negative, it looks positive down here. So we talked about that before. Equals r squared. Okay, so that's 14 squared. So solve the equation to see if it equals. All right, so we're going to plug this in the calculator. So -9 minus 5. So let's work it. Squared. -6 plus 6 is 0. Equals 14 squared. So parenthesis -14 squared, 196, plus 0 is just 196. All right, oh, that's an equal sign. 196 equals 196. So that is true. Yeah, it equals. So we want to make sure that we actually answer the question. So if it lies on the circle, so the answer is either yes or no. In this case, it's yes, because this worked out.